We need to kind of dust off the fray, the battleground, as the Course would call us, that we get caught into, in the rights and the wrongs of the world, trying to make people agree with us, trying to get our points across. The Course is always talking about that we need to get above the battleground, so that we can see a higher perspective. And I kind of feel that's what Jesus was saying, kind of like just dust it off and move on. You don't get caught up in all the judgments. You don't have to. Stay in this true purpose. And so to me, it's not like you can't get your points across to people, but you don't have to get down and dirty with it. You need to look with a little higher perspective. And that's what this is telling us. While we still don't know this real truth about us, that while we still are not quite sure that we are this pure vision, while we remain outside the gates of heaven, it says, let's look on all we see through this holy vision, through the eyes of Christ. Call upon that. Let all appearances seem pure to us. Again, not getting caught up in what we think is going on, what the motivations people have, and that we may pass them by in innocence and walk together towards our Father's house as brothers and the holy sons of God. That we don't have to get so caught up in making everyone agree with us or making everyone like us. Jerry Jampolsky often would say, do you want to be a fault finder or a love finder? Where do you want to focus? Do you want to just look to see? Because if you want to look and find fault, you can always find lots of fault, right? But if you want to look and find love, you can find that too. That's there as well. So when this says here, let all appearances seem pure to us that we may pass them by in innocence and walk together, it doesn't mean that we have to deny what's going on in the world. It says we just have to have a perspective that is not caught up in the judgment that is going on. I remember, I've told this story before, but I think it's such a good example when our son was in kindergarten, I don't know, maybe 6 years old or something. They would always have the little dog. Oh, no, it was first grade. I guess it was first grade. And you would earn the dog if you had, really good behavior. Well, for boys to get the dog, it was kind of hard anyway, because they always had ants in their pants, So my son just so much wanted to take that little dog home. It was a fake dog. A stuffed animal. It wasn't a real dog, but it was this little stuffed animal. And so he finally brought the stuffed animal home. And then when you bring the stuffed animal home, you have to write a little journal about what the animal did that day. And of course, take a picture of it or something. So we had a little Polaroid, and I took a picture of the dog, and we wrote down little things, and then we put some little stickers to keep the picture in, and we didn't have any stickers, so I had these little Care Bear stickers, and I just stuck the picture on with these Care Bear stickers. And he took the book in, and a week or so later, his friend had a chance to take, this other little boy, had a chance to take the little dog home and then bring the thing back. And evidently they'd been looking through the book and saw the little thing my son had written about it. And his little friend, who's like 6 too, said to him from his brother, who was like 9. And he says, my brother says, why are you such a girl? And so my son comes home and tells me this. And he said, asked why I was such a girl. Of course, as a mother, I'm really pissed off. She's telling me my kid's a girl, and where's that kid? I'm going to go talk to that kid. I'll have a conversation with his parents, So I said so quietly. Of course, my better side said, don't get into that. Just listen. And so I said, well, I don't get it. Why would he say that? Well, because we put that picture on with the little Care Bear stickers, and he said it's only girls that use Care Bear stickers. I thought, wow. Then I said, well, did you tell him it was me that put the Care Bear stickers on there? It wasn't you and all this, and he goes, then I thought, shut up, Beverly. What did he say? I said, well, what'd you say when he said that? He said nothing. Then I thought, oh my God, my child can't protect himself. He doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't have to stand up for himself. That's going through my brain. And I said, of course that didn't come out. I just said, so you said nothing? I said, why was that? He said, because I'm not a girl. Absolutely. It was so simple. Well, there's no need to defend. There's no need to get angry. I'm not a girl. So what's the point? What's the reason to even say anything? And that has been such a good lesson for me, frankly, since my 6-year-old taught me. For now, the past 10 years, he's now 16, just turned 16. And I look at this now and I think to myself, this is exactly what this is talking about. How do we implement this? Well, look, Let all appearances seem pure to us, that we may pass them by in innocence and walk together to our Father's house. If we know who we are, if we know we are the holy children of God, if we know that in your mind we were created, that spirit entered into our reality, that love gave it life, that this is our true essence, we don't have to defend ourselves. We don't have to protect ourselves. We are God's innocent children, in whom he's well pleased. And that goes for the people who may be doing things maliciously towards us, as well as those who just make careless comments. Our focus needs to be on what is pure and innocent and pass the rest by. That's what the Course is talking about when it says to get above the battleground. Get out of the fray. We don't have to stay there. Maybe you had a bad day. Maybe you were down in that battleground a lot. Maybe you didn't see much purity or much innocence in this world. But this is your holy instant of release. And you know why you can be released? Because why? Father, your mind created all that is. Your spirit entered into it, and your love gave it life. Because of that, because that is our source, we can move past all this. That's why we can simply dust off the problems that we're going through and move on. Because of who we are. Because we are one with God. And there is no separation. The separation exists only in our minds.